You saved our high and mighty queen, eh? Ha! Naaman should have had the crown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old news, Tailor.
Yeah.
Hello.
Excuse me. Did you know my husband? What brings you to my husband's grave? My husband was a guard for a merchant caravan. One day, he found a magic amulet on a dead man laying in the road. Almost overnight, he became despondent, and when no, nothing worked. I even paid to have the origin of the amulet divined, and learned it was crafted in Cormount. Surprisingly, my husband... If you have the amulet, I suggest you find a way to be rid of it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you smell that? The air here. It's almost sweet. Be wary. There are vampires about. And that's Sabon. I lead a small band of vampire hunters. We heard rumors of an infestation of the feral monsters in this region. But we are going to kill as many of them as we can, until they overtake us, or we've wiped them out. Good. 4 hunters is better than 3 any day. Closer than you might think. You want to meet them? Zungog, Agalir, come meet our new friend.
No need to shout, Subon. A new recruit, eh? I hope you can keep pace. The blood will run fast and thick when the vampires attack, and I can't watch your back and mine. Gods, I hope so. But don't let Agalir hear me say it. Superstitious Redguard. I say you don't become a vampire hunter if you don't like taking risks. The more they fight...
Are you ready to take the sword to these aberrations? Oblivion? That's all I need to know. Anyone who tries to harm us will answer to my blade.
Looks like you've made your introductions. All right. Pay close attention. I'll try to be brief, but if we don't all focus on doing our job, we're as good as dead. The vampire... Take this bloodstone. Don't lose it. It has the power to turn water to blood and whip up a ferocious hunger in the most sated vampire. When the time is right, we're going to use it to lure the vampire. Listen closely. This is the plan. We're going to lay a trap in the abandoned village up the hill. Zungarg, you guard the west gate.
No one's getting by me.
Agalir, you're on the ridge by the east gate.
May the divines guide my bow.
I'll take the north. Our new friend will use the bloodstone to lay the bait in the well at the center of town.
I love this part.
Drop the bloodstone into the well. Blood will spout forth, and it'll draw the vampires out of hiding. We'll be waiting to cut them down. The vampire lord won't sit by while we thin his flock. If you see him, whistle. If everyone's ready, let's get into position.
Whoever kills the fewest bloodsuckers buys the drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look out! They're coming from the stables! I think I hear something in the old smithy. Stay sharp! I could kill these things all day. They are swarming out to the longhouse. Stand firm! That's the last of them. Good work. Hey! Get back over here! Damn it! What went wrong? The vampire lord should have... Everyone was in their places. The plan was working perfectly. This doesn't bode well. I'll go west and see if I can find...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no! Not Agalir! No. Not Agalir! I'm such a fool. No. No body either. That's no comfort. When dealing with vampires, we need to keep looking for Zungarg. And if he's... Oh, praise Stendar! There he is!
I followed the vampire lord right to his lair. It's in the cave, north of town.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Sungarg said the...
Yeah!
It says I feel. He's done. You'll pay for this vampire scum! Meet me outside. I need to get out of here. So that's it then. The Vampire Lord is dead. I'll bury my friends. Then, I suppose I'll seek out more companions in the next vampire lair. I can't rest until this...
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Stay your hand and hear my words. Dominion, pact, covenant. You're like... I am the most humble servant to the blessed goddess Almalexia. Her divine vision foresaw... The Prince of Schemes, the Harvester of Souls. Do not force me to speak his name. One of his... Good. We will set aside differences for the sake of Tamriel. We need to know what happened here. The surviving members of the group sent to destroy the Dark Anchor will know best. We must split up and search. She is our merciful healing mother, divine goddess of the Tribunal of Morrowind, who I am sworn to serve. Though occupied with the war that rages on, my goddess possesses many gifts, not the least of which is her sight. She saw you were crucial to what must happen here, and that your hatred of the Prince of Schemes burns... Allies, recruited by Almalexia to aid me in opposing the Harvester of Souls. Plucked from the best of the fighters. Perhaps you have heard the song in the taverns. O Gilvardel, your name is desolation on my lips. The Harvester of Souls claimed them all, reaping every last soul. Almalexia saw the horror as it unfolded. You have a better chance of finding them if you split up and search different areas. I'll meet you later.
Please get me out of here. I saw what they did to the others. We fought the worm cultists to the center of Gilvardel, beneath the hollow tree. The Dark Anchor loomed before us, swarming with date. We couldn't budge it. Nothing we tried worked. All around it was this feeling, a chill running down our spines. It was his presence, from when he reaped the... There are evil devices planted in the earth. The worm cultists call them Fangs of Chaos. They seem to be channeling the residual magic from Moloch Ball's presence into the... I don't know. If mortal weapons are useless, if even the most devastating magic fails, what hope...
Don't worry, Maeva. I'll see you safely away from this place.
Nonsense. You and your friend here must destroy the Dark Anchor, or the others died in vain.
You always put yourself last, don't you? Maeva's account of the Fangs gives me an idea. Of course, the Fangs. It all makes sense now. Blessed Almalexia had a vision that the... Have you ever seen a goddess cry? It is a terrible thing to behold. So perfect a face, marred by so many tears. A goddess never suffers without purpose. The gem can destroy the Fangs of Chaos. Blessed Almalexia warned... Take Almalexia's tear. Destroy the worm cultists. Their blood will awaken her fury. Once my goddess's fury is released from the gem, nothing, Not even these fangs of chaos will withstand it. This is no time.
Destroy! Split up!
Without the fangs, the anchor is vulnerable.
Yeah.
done. The Harvester of Souls' presence is receding from the land. They will try, but without the Daedra, or the link to Cold Harbor, destroying the remaining worm cultists will be quick work. I will warn the Dominion of what they... I must send word to the Dominion of what transpired. Almalexia sees great things with me. Whether good or bad, I can't say. Thank you for your help. Allies once more. Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You stood in
Yeah. Yeah.
ancients.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
A sword of quality.
The working of steel.
Tade, Okoma, Jejota. Tade, Taderi, Ta. Tade, Oko, Ta. Tade, Oko, Ta. Tade, Oko, Ta.
I've spent a great...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Are you going to slaughter the entire town?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hello. Is there anything you might need for your truck? There's really only Rondrin, but he's been retired for a while now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are looking for custom jewelry, you should know... My amulet! Tell me, did it do its work? Did the Argonian, the brigand who killed my son? It took all my resources to make that amulet and track him down. You see, I'm not a strong or violent man, but I do know my craft. It magnifies the guilt of taking a life, slowly overwhelming the wearer with grief until he takes his own life. It's a little bit of poetry, if I do say so myself. Although, it's been so long. What? That can't be! You're lying! The Argonians... This isn't right. This person obviously did not deserve to die. What have I done? Give me the amulet. I made it impossible to give away, but I thank you for bringing me closure on my son's killer. I know what I have. It's my turn to wear the amulet now. If anyone is guilty, if anyone deserves it, it's me. I created this abominable object. It's only fitting that I am destroyed by it. It's justice. Oh, gods! How was I so blind? My revenge only brought more pain into the world. Never again! It is done. No one shall ever suffer. No one else should suffer my folly. Thank you, and please take this for your troubles.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Welcome to Redford Trading Post. How can I assist you with your... I can track it down for you. What was its intended destination? You're working for that skeever in Thoras? The last shipment he brought through from Cyrodiil was rotting minotaur heads. The wagon stunk so badly we had to burn it. You know, I should toss his shipments on arrival. I'm not interested in whatever shady deal you have with Thoras. If you want the crate, go take it. But he already paid for its transport, and that won't... Out in the back with other impounded shipments waiting to be destroyed. Tell Thoras that the next time he brings in a shipment from Stone Falls, he better have it in... If the shipment isn't destroyed already, it'll be in a pile near the waterfall.
Here! 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, you again. What do you need? Why did you come back here with it? I thought I made it clear I don't want that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to get her back.
Someone around here needs to make sure.
I pray you can help me, good traveller. My daughter, Laracel. Bandits took her and I don't have them. No, it's no use. The guards are in league with the brick. I believe they're keeping my daughter in a nearby camp. You have...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Are you here to help me? Please, hurry! Quickly, untie me! They could be back at any moment. Nello sent another poor bleeding heart, boys. Get in here.
Move to flank! Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you saying... Wait! You don't understand! They made me do it! I mean, yes, they gave me a cut of their takings, but what choice did I have? Anything you say! Of course, I never spent a single coin from what the bandits gave me. I couldn't think long and hard. It'll be worth your while, and I'll never deal with those bandits again, I promise. I felt too guilty to...
Did you hear? Rajine's mantle was discovered at the Fallen Esti winter site.
Rajine's mantle? What's the problem? Is that Neller the innkeeper? He's an... What? No. Impossible. We've had disappearances. This is a blight on our community. Our own innkeeper, responsible for leading visitors to bandits. Bad hospitality. Think...
Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Tell her, Gomani. Thank the moons. As I was just explaining, that thief nearly ran us over. You chased after him. Please, tell this fine keeper of the peace what you saw. I'm still sore from the last night I spent. This honorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own 2 legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. A very good story. I don't know how a scamp like you has such good friends, Cindertail. Which way did this thief go? He made off with enough moon sugar to knock over a mammoth. Of course not. And Jode's chariot does not have the authority to launch an investigation. Shanra will not. We keep the peace here in Redford, making it safe for traders on their way to and from. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they... Honestly, thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. Until recently, Shanra would rather deal with thieves than with Thalmor bureaucrats.
Thank you for playing along. You see, Gobani, this is what true friendship is. Not standing like a drooling statue as your only friend. Still, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I circumvented the market. I found the price the merchant was charging unacceptable. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Gobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The hollow moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this token to the ruined temple and see for yourself. Gobani and I know when we have outstayed our welcome, yes? A night in the stocks might not be as bad as losing a paw, but all the same.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Back of the line, Bugnose.
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. I'm surprised he had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us. We thought his cinch tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such, but between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out hollow moon tokens, like, can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs.
Yeah.
Fadi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us? Who are you to know so little, yet offer so much? Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, it is still mine, yes? Why? because I did not give it to you. And if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silk. You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The hollow moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if the world were a more virtuous... Many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant falls on hard times. His stock is poor, or the price of sugar is too high. Then he needs us too, yes? But what about you? Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me. Shanra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jod's chariot This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb, whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, There lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jod's hall. The place is teeming with guards. We will need their cooperation to gain entry to the... Go to Jod's hall and speak to Tulaira. If I am right, she is no happier about Shanra's decision than we are. Thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet of traps, none have returned to tell the tale. If Shanra calls in the Thalmor, that's the end of Jod's chariot. They won't be necessary any longer. Besides, Jod...
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Did you hear? Regime's mantle was discovered at the fallen Esti winter site.
She's waiting.
I'm sorry, we can't chat for long. I'm waiting for someone. Really? Then you must be the newcomer everyone's talking about. Impressive work. Tell me, were you telling the truth about Cindertail, or were you... I thought as much, though I am surprised you would admit it. An honest thief. Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the Thalmor out of our...
They've gone to see Shanra. If you hurry, you might catch them.
Pulara and Valier working together. Punabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
No, Shanra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Shanra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors.
Shanra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Wherever did you... Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin and overtook... Of course not. A fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Ah, clever and loyal. A rare combination. Very well. I prefer not to have the Thalmo looking... As the hollow moon waxes, it is only fair that we balance the scales. We will invest significant capital in bolstering our esteemed protectors.
My good friend, you have done so much for us and asked so little in return. With Shanra appeased, we will continue to do what we do best. While I am sure Jode's chariot will try to stop us, they will never blot us out entirely, no?
You're no bandit. Watch where you step. Bandit corpses get a little mush. Bandits, running themselves onto our swords. Drove them off for now. Thing is, there are far more bandits than we have swords. With so many afflicted by the curse, we can't hunt them down. Magical sickness? Shaman Bogum handles all that. Me, I guard the gate. Know anything about stopping curses? Head inside. Shaman...
Please see Shaman Bogum if you have questions. I don't know you, outsider. What? Me? Let me see that. Malakath... Both were known to drink heavily. We thought they had been careless with a lantern. The chief's wives had a reputation for scheming. I tried not to believe it, but the loss of my husband's other wives is a recent tragedy. It does our village no good to drag their names through the mud. Please, tell no one what you found. I'll inform my husband.
Yes, I'll have the poultice ready in a moment. Wait, who are you? Curse? No. My bloodkin are loyal to the last, but at times they're thicker than troll dung. It's clearly poison, though how it affected so many is indeed curious. Then here, take this list. Everyone who fell ill had 3 similarities. They ate food cooked in the same pot, drank water from the same well, and wore clothes washed in the same stream. Bring a sample. I've dealt with sickness, broken bones, and plague. This is poison, I have no doubt. Symptoms are very similar to bites from the spiders in our tin mine. I'm thankful none have died, but it's damn inconvenient. I won't know anything for certain until I get those samples. Have you collected everything? Good. This should only take a Clothes are fine. The poison wasn't in the stream. The meat is cooked past the point of edibility, but no poison. If it's not in the well water, we'll need to rethink this. Wait, do you smell that? Ha-ha! That's it! It's in the well... The poison was in the well water. Even better. I know. Spider venom. Enough to incapacitate, but not kill. Odd. Mingling with one. I'm saying it's odd, that's all. What's important now is the antidote. The venom is common to the spiders infesting our tin mine, but I'll look for broodmothers. Their venom sacs are potent, and durable enough not to pop when you smash the filthy creatures. They...
Yeah!
You, outsider! Bandits broke into... Bandits rushed the gates and scaled the walls. There's not enough broken arm. It's nothing. Stand with us!
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I don't hear the sounds of battle. Then I'll distill an antidote immediately. With so many someone deliberately poisoned our strongholds well. The sickness began the day of the bandits' first attack. It couldn't have been them, not directly. She's tended the chief since he fell ill. You've shown you stand with the stronghold, and for that, you'll remain welcome. But if you wish to stop the poisoner, you'll need...
You've proven yourself bloodkith to our stronghold. If any here would call you outsider, you are welcome to answer with the back of your hand. Now, what is it you need? Yes, he convinced me there was never a curse. Know that while Chief Dushkul remains ill, I speak on his behalf. I'm his hearthwife, and I say the poisoner must be brought to justice. The sickness happened before the first bandit attack. None are missing from the stronghold. The poisoner must be among... Speak with the unafflicted. Find out where they were the night before the sickness began. Return to me with their tales, and we can...
The stronghold survived because of your help. We won't forget them. I wish we were back in the mines, even with all those spiders. At least Moramad is safe in the long. Getting battered by Sharnog. I always end up bruised, but I'm a better warrior for it. Sure, half the village saw me getting knocked. Nothing. I'm a horrible liar. Everybody knows it. Look, the chief got sick. We have a history, and I don't want Moramad to think I poisoned him, all right? That'd be terrible. Is it that obvious? I mean, no, nothing like that. The chief and I disagreed over the mine's value, but we resolved things. We don't see eye to eye on trade matters, but seems a week doesn't pass without a spider bite in the mines. It comes with the job. I suppose old bites and dizzy spells kept me sick.
Ah, the hero. What do you want? It's shameful for the raiders to do such a thing. They must have dropped the poison in the well during one of their attacks. Checking and oiling weapons in the longhouse? Bad for the bandits when they attacked. Still didn't keep them from... If you say so. It's been a blur. Can't even...
The sound of a hammer on iron is a beautiful thing to hear.
whether in battle or at the forge. But our mind once the chief is back on his feet, I'll be the new forge wife. Then we'll see who gives the orders. Not that you care. Go ahead. Right here, stoking the forge while my apprentice ran errands for Maramat. Think she can take her away, make my work shoddier? Ha. Besides, temperature changes can ruin the metal. I didn't have a choice. Shored up defenses, repaired weapons and armor for the few warriors left standing. Haven't you heard the ring of my hammer? Used it on a few bandits, too. Bandit helmets can't take 3 hits. Clang, clang, crunch. If I'd wanted to sabotage the stronghold, I could have the walls topple or make shoddy blades that crumble in our warrior.
Hello, Bloodkith. Heard you gutted some bandits in the attack. You mean the curse? Sure. I'll help any way I can. It's what I do. Most of our warriors are sick in their beds, or barely able to hold an axe. Training with Nemorath near the front gate. He opens himself to counterattacks when he lunges. Knew it would hurt him eventually. But he survived the attack, so he'll remember next time. Or not. The curse couldn't poison me. Nothing can. When I find a new bug or beast, I don't just kill it. I eat it to gain its strength. Sometimes you, pay for it. But you've never truly conquered something until you've buried it in the ground. Because bandits are dumb. They think an open gate is a weakness, so they all head for it, but we cut them down before they get inside. They could, but they don't. The ones with bows won't fire their arrows at us, so we stand here as bait for the ones without bows. Then they come, and we make them decorate the cobbles. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes? Let me see. That belongs to Rakaz, my apprentice. You can see where the hilt doesn't quite fit the blade. Wish I...
What is it now? So? I needed some ore. 3 spiders came from nowhere and I had to defend myself. Fine, you got me. Are you satisfied? I did it for the town, and if you noticed, I made sure not to use too much, just like Gargak taught me. Gargak is the rightful chief of the stronghold. His brother is half the man and an utter fool. He won the... Sorry to disappoint, but I don't plan to walk into my death. There's more to the brother's story than you've been told. Please don't rush into anything. Seek out Gargak and hear his side of the story before deciding what you believe. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
What have you found? What has the fool girl done? Never mind that. Shaman Bogham has almost finished his antidote. Once Reeman's Bluff recovers, I must remain here and see my husband recovers. If you're willing, you should track down Gargag and put an end to his madness. Sharnak said most attacks come from the north. There are some caves, an old mine, and a ruined Imperial tower in that direction. If you find Gargag, do what you must to stop him. You do so with my husband's authority.
What do we have here? Do you know the Code of Moloch? It's a simple code, but it's the one I live by. Don't steal, so I aim to conquer. Don't kill your kin, and none have died in my attacks. Don't attack without cause. When my father passed, I was to become chief by right. But then my little brother challenged me for leadership of the stronghold. 2 schemers put him up to it, as long as he'd make them Hunt Wife and Forge Wife. They knew I had no respect for them. Not by my brother's skill. His future Forge Wife insisted we use matched weapons. As we fought, I grew lightheaded. My palms burned and I could barely keep a grip. No other explanation. The Hunt Wife poisoned the hilt, and the Forge Wife delivered a blade that shattered in its first melee. My brother must have known. Heard they died last month, some sort of fire. A shame they won't see me take my revenge. I don't see how. It's my birthright to rule. What do you mean? Base my mercenaries out of this tower? It's a central location, certainly. Overlooks a choke point through all corners of the Valenwood. But no, I'm a Reeman's Bluff orc. Without a mind to work, I'd be nothing. A played-out Imperial mine, I'd heard. And it's infested with trolls. Clearing them out will be no easy task. I suppose if there's ore in the mine, I could leave my brother to rot in the stronghold. But I'd need proof. And I'll send someone I trust to meet you at the mine. I can't just take your word on this. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
expect to see you. I'm glad you came to your senses about Gargak. He asked me to verify any ore we find, so here I am. Let's get this over. What do we have here? This is iron ore. I'll get some samples. Go tell Gargak that with this ore, we'll have the finest weapons in Grahtwood.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say that lightly. With quality metal, I could rebuild this tower as a new home and drive my brother's tin profits into the ground. I'm an orc of my...
Yeah. 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 Here!
Well met, traveler. Even in the south, I can't seem to keep these old bones warm. Share my fire if you like, as long as you bring no trouble with you. This war is for younger men. Studying the ruins. The Ayleid Well, specifically. It said the light from Ayleid Wells has rejuvenating properties. I'd hoped to discover whether the light could be stored in a container. Nothing as yet. I found the ruin crawling with worm cultists. I'm just an old man, more at home in books than battle, so there was no way I could reach the Ayleid Well on my own. Still, I hoped they'd have cleared out by now. I couldn't ask you to risk your life. But you look like you can handle yourself, and truthfully, I wouldn't mind if the worm cultists found themselves in a little trouble. Take this crystal, and use it to gather the light from the It'll be hard to miss. It's not outside the ruin, so it's likely in a grand chamber, and heavily guarded. Be wary. How should I know? Do I look like a man who contemplates evil deeds in darkness? I'm too old for a world growth.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, you return. And I can sense the alien energy you carry, so I don't even need to ask whether you... Oh, thrilling. I can just imagine the heroics. I'm sorry. Most of the pleasures of old age are vicarious.
My trusty courier! Did you have any... Was it the import taxes again? I thought I paid those weeks ago. I was hoping that would hasten the process. What? Why? This is incredible. It's just common mushrooms and... Kwama? No, this is no good. I don't need that here with all my other fragile shipments. Look, can you run this out to Alex right away? She'll have your payment. And try not to stare at her. She's easily distracted.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The forest sings to me. I sense you have been among that dark ruin, Gilvardel. Perhaps it was even you who fought back against the vile worms. If that is true, you must have seen the scarring the land has suffered in that... They say all wounds heal in time. This is true, even for the Valenwood. Yet some wounds are more grievous than others, and if left to fester, can only bring death. Each day I carry a vessel of the waters blessed in this shrine, and feed it into that which flows into the darkened vale. Its strength will remind the earth what it once was. But my body grows weak with age, even if my resolve holds. Thank you. Take this vial and fill it with the waters from this basin. The water must be taken by the one who carries it. With that done, make for the falls that feed into Gilvardel and pour the water at each crest. Nature will do the rest. My son Earthenor helps me tend the shrine here, but he is young and has a young one's whim. More interested in chasing girls and hunting beasts than the worries of an old one like me. Yet his heart is kind and he is dear to me. I do not...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You reek of Kwama juices. Why don't you come inside and spend some time with your Granny Alex? I'll have a hearty, chunky break. You reek of Kwama. What? Oh, from that netch scab in Thoris? It's late. It's so very late. Of course I want it. Just pour it in the stew there, and if anything escapes, feel free to gobble it up as a tip. You didn't drop a single one. I'm impressed. Huh? Don't care to keep company with your old Granny Alex? Or is it the smell of the boiling quama? A little too... Why are you still here? You like what you see, hmm? Why? You need something, eh? A tonic for your itchy bumps? A salve for your... So, you didn't come to see your old Granny Alex to sit on her lap and hear a story? Didn't want to play count the warts, eh? I might have a couple scraps I could sell, but they could be cheaper if you knew how to make an old lady's...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You there, stranger. Why are you here?
Who are you? Where is my mother? She always brings... Oh, I see. My apologies then. She had been after me to aid her, but I saw it as her usual nagging. Maybe she really does need someone. I should go and see her. You have...
Yeah.